What happens when you're gifted some Evan Williams eggnog or your favorite whiskey? Of course, you want to make your favorite drunken French toast. We added whiskey 3 different ways. You guys want to see how we make this? Here we go. To get started, let's talk about what we got. Look, it's that time of the year, holiday parties are happening. Sometimes you get gifted, sometimes you have leftover, and sometimes you just like it, right? We're talking about eggnog. I think it's the world's greatest invention. Boiled custard is right up there with it. If you don't like eggnog, you can substitute it. Add whatever you like. Today we're doing eggnog because somehow during the Secret Santa gift, when everybody was doing exchanges, this kept coming back to me. I'd pass it to the left 3 times. I'd end up getting it back, and then somebody was supposed to switch, and it never got switched, and it just kept landing in my lap. This is the idea. I've been holding this one off dear to the heart because it's my favorite time of the year, and this is our 3rd bottle of the year, parties included. That's not just me sitting next to the fireplace.
You love eggnog.
Yeah, I do. We have some whiskey because we're going to do some French toast. This is the idea. Not only are we going to use the Evan Williams eggnog as the batter for our challah bread, we're going to add the whiskey to our syrup and put that on the griddle and warm that up in our little pot. And then we're going to add more whiskey to our homemade whipped cream to top the whiskey eggnog French toast. Are you with me? Whiskey 3 ways. You guys ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Woo! Not as cold as yesterday, but it's getting close. All right, if you guys are new to griddling, I always say turn your propane off at the source. It helps prevent leaks. So we're going to turn it on. All right, I'm going to turn the griddle on low. We're going to put our pot right here. I'm going to add some syrup just to warm it up. Not going to add too much. This is like a portion of 1. My wife does not like eggnog, so I get all of it. All of it. So let me recap. Not only the kids are complaining, the wife's complaining, so I get all of it. And don't harass me about my portion of French toast today. I've been looking forward to this. This must have a kid's protective. There we go. I don't know how much I'm adding. Just enough to say I put some in there. Maybe a little bit more for later. All right. This bread right here, I have actually never had this in French toast. I've had it in a sandwich before, but I've never had it French toast. It seemed like it was pretty popular. The C's silent, so it's called challah bread. Let's slice it up and give it a shot. I don't know, you thinking about thick? I'm thinking about a little thicker, yeah. Something like that. As I always do, if you ever try something brand new, you might as well go and taste it. Because that way it gives you an idea of how sweet it is, how balanced it is.
That's good.
Yeah.
It is a little sweet, tender.
All right, let's make our mix. And I'm just going to give you rough measurements. It's not a big deal. We're just making French toast for 1. I'm going to keep the rest of it separate for the girls. So I'm looking at 4 large slices.
For 1.
Yeah. So 2 eggs. Cap full of vanilla. Looking about a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. I like a little orange zest in mine. I got a little orange cutie. I'm just going to zest about half of it. Lemon does really well as well. It's just that little citrus note, that little pop. About a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm not a huge cinnamon fan. And of course, the star of the show. Oh, yeah. We're going to look about a cup of that. Oh, that just sounded good.
Now, you can substitute like heavy cream or something, right?
We're not substituting today, honey. This is all about the eggnog. All about it. And I didn't think it had enough in there, so we're just going to add a little bit more. A few tablespoons. Oh, yeah. And we're just going to give that a mix. To make our homemade whipped cream, this is the idea. I'm just eyeballing it. That's about 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. A little splash of vanilla. About a half a capful. Add just a touch of cinnamon. And a little bit more whiskey. Not a lot. I gotta tell you, not a lot. Let's be careful, because if you add too much whiskey, it's not gonna be able to aerate the right way and create a whipped cream. You'll have it too runny. So probably just a tablespoon. And now we're gonna beat this until soft peaks.
When you don't have enough plugs on the back porch because you have two smokers going at the same time.
We have it to soft peaks. Now I'm just gonna add about 1, 2, about 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. And now we're going to beat this until stiff.
That's what he said. Just got it.
We get complaints that people say that they don't like the way that you go, when you taste the food. Imagine what they're going to do when you do this. Here.
I tried it. It's so good. It's like it's a reflex. I can't help it.
All right, so our new journey on this little griddle, for the people that's got them, I can't guarantee you this, but one thing I've noticed, I prefer using the wind guards. These are from the Dollar Tree or Dollar General. They're $1.25. What I've noticed is, if you load up one side, it really builds heat on that one side. But if you're able to buy these versus the ones that are long and cover the whole thing, where's my dang tongs? Then you can split them off like I've done and do one on each side. I know it sounds crazy, but my griddle was building up heat. And remember earlier in the video, I said I'm making another batch for my daughter so they didn't have the alcohol in there. So what I did is I noticed that it was getting too hot. I literally brung these down. And I know it sounds crazy. I think it allowed the heat to escape, which is a good thing. So you're actually lowering the griddle temperature without even lowering your knobs, because I can't lower them anymore. They're all on low. But it did seem like it cooled down the griddle. So we might be on to something. I'm just telling you, I like to teach you as much as I can, when I can, sporadically. So we're going to try that. So what I'm saying is, instead of overloading the griddle like this, obviously if the wind's killing you this way, you don't have an option. But I was able to split them, and it did seem to cool down that griddle surface. All right, so our griddle's calmed down. It's about 350, 375. You want to be careful when you do French toast, because we're going to be cooking with butter. Butter burns at 350, and you want to be careful with your French toast because it has sugar in the batter, in the liquid, and so you don't want it to get too dark before the inside gets cooked, okay? So let's do some zones. Let's just turn this one up a little bit. We'll start it on this side, and then we'll finish it on this side. Technically, you should probably let your bread sit out the day before. Go ahead and cut it. Just let it air dry. But we just made the girls off camera, and it didn't seem like it made that big of a difference. Looking for 2 nice patties. Let's go up and down versus left and right. So add a nice little pat of butter. And we're just going to repeat the steps for the other pieces of bread. Same thing on this side as you did the first side. If you put butter down on your first side, you might as well put butter down on your second side. So let me see what we're working with here. Yeah, you see the color we're picking up? That's beautiful.
Golly, it smells good.
Yeah. Really smell that whiskey. Same color as the top right now. So now we're not in a worry. I'm not worried about it burning right now. Okay, that's what you want to be careful for. Is don't be scared to check it. Right, if you need to move it to a cooler zone, do so. Right now, we're cruising. We're looking good. Looking good. Go ahead and cut that heat off. You got plenty of residual heat. Just gonna let that French toast do its thing. See some nice caramelization with those sugars. Looking perfect to me. That sauce is heating up nicely. That whiskey and that syrup. Now to me, that is a nice portion of one. Take that warm syrup. Have a little dipping sauce right on the edge. Some nice dollops of that whiskey whipped cream. Come back and hit it. Woo! You're gonna have to come out over here with that powdered sugar. All right, folks, here we go. Oh, yeah. You can just tell. You could just tell. You got to get some of that cream. Get it with that whiskey syrup, too. One piece might do you. Jeez.
Way too strong.
Woo! Leave this out for Santa. He won't make it back on the sleigh. You want to taste a bite?
I mean, I guess. I don't like
God, I
whiskey
cannot wait to see your.
French
I know, I
toast.
cannot wait to. Or eggnog.
Or eggnog.
I cannot wait to see your reaction. God, this is priceless. This should be on the camera, not me. You actually might like it. You like weird.
I would leave. I would leave the whiskey out of the syrup. If you like whiskey, you'll like it. The whipped cream is super, super good. The whipped cream is perfect.
Here, try it like this. I agree that syrup is a little stout. Treat that whipped cream like you would butter.
It's way too much alcohol in the batter. And it's not good.
So, there have been videos where we've made stuff and we've been like, no, that's not good. Like, I messed up, or I wouldn't make that again, or I've been brutally honest. 50-50 split right here. First of all, I'm enjoying the heck out of it. As you can see. Second of all, she said, I would never recommend somebody making that. It's got too much alcohol.
The whipped cream is really, really good.
So the question is, what say you? So if you guys are going to make this, comment down below. Let me know, is it too much? Is it not enough? Or does it just hit the spot?
Only add about 25% of the alcohol and you'll be good.
All of it. That's how you make drunken French toast. If you guys are interested, we have a join button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace.
The whipped cream is good by itself.
Honey, the whole thing's good. It's a personal preference. You don't like it, and I love it. Watch this.